Good morning, friends, followers, and channel members. How are we all today? It is Thursday, slowly approaching the end of the week, getting closer to Christmas. And I thought this morning we'd head up to Stockholm. We've not been to Scandinavia for a long time. I can't remember the last time we were in Scandinavia, so why not go and do this real-world flight from Berlin up to Stockholm. Looking forward to the flight on VATSIM as always. I even think we've got some ATC here, which is great for this time of a Thursday morning in Berlin. Not sure what's happening in Stockholm, but welcome on board, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Hope you are all well. Nick Burrows kicking off early, celebrating 21 months of channel membership. Nick, that is amazing. Thank you so much for your support over that time, Nick. As always, good morning to JD Ginger as well, Brian Ace and Navlights, and Navlights is in Honduras. Oh, nice. Simon Mark, good morning to you guys as well, and Hans and Alvin Showtime 88 on Twitch. Good morning, guys, to you. If you're watching on YouTube, as per usual, our operational flight plan is pinned into the chat. I think it's quite cold in Stockholm today, so that's going to be interesting as we chat about how we're going to do the approach and temperature corrections, all of that. Weather here in Berlin, there's a little bit of fog and mist and things just because of the cold temperatures, but other than that, it's well, it's looking quite nice. Hey Michi, hey Baldraska, good evening, of course, from Australia. Yes, one of the reasons I try and get at least one early morning stream. I say early morning, it's just past 10:30 in the morning here. It's not that early, but one morning stream a week in, just to try and help our Australian and Australasian viewers out with a better time compared to what we normally do. So yeah, great to have you on board as well this morning. Okay, let's go. And our aircraft, it's cold and dark this morning. Cold, dark, cold. So we need to actually power this thing up from scratch. Now, how the hell do we do that? I don't know morning flights anymore. How long have we got before we go? So estimated time departure 11 o'clock. That's not long. We need to get this thing powered up. We need to get passengers on. Right, let's just, before we power everything up, let's just check. Radar predictive wind shears there off. That's fire engine mode selectors are at normal. The masters are off. Landing gear lever is down, and both wipers off and off. Okay, let's power up. So batteries are above 25.5, so yep, we can turn those on. And external power is available. Let's get that connected. All the fans and the relays will start switching on now. What is the temperature here? It's going to take a few seconds just for that to come on. We've got 80s actually, so we might just get the 80s while I wait for things to finish firing up, because we need to do the fire checks before I can get the APU on. Have we got 80s here? 12377. Okay, well, let's have a listen, get the weather. And then by the time that's done, we'll be able to continue with the aircraft setup. Yeah, 123775. Okay, let's get some weather for Berlin.
Left, 425 right, remain on frequency. Transition level 70. Wind 180 degrees 5 knots. Visibility 8 kilometers, no cloud detected. Temperature -8. Dew point -10 QNH 1009 trend. No SIG Berlin Brandenburg information Charlie. Out.
That'll do. Okay, so expecting runway 25 departures. That's good. 25 left would be nice for us. That makes it a nice short taxi. What we got here? That might just be there. Hopefully that's just the thing to set it up. That'll sort itself out. Right, APU fire test. Let's warm our aircraft up. Okay, and engine 1. Yep. Engine 2. Engine 2. Very good. Okay, that's all done. Sort the ideas out. Nav. Right, get that APU bleed off, get the packs off, and start that APU. Give that 3 seconds. There we go. Crew supply on, ground control, CRV test, first flight of the day. There we are, that's done, get the nav lights on. No smoking, stand by, they're off. I'm going to turn this up because the passengers are frozen. External power's on, fuel pumps are off while we get refueling. That looks fine, let's check systems page, autopilot 1 and 2, auto thrust. Hope the auto thrust sorts itself out. Sure it will. Sure it will. Idle alignment in a bit more than 7 minutes. It can be a little bit longer because of how cold it is. So we'll sort that out in a moment. Right, I want to get passengers on board. I want to start getting boarding done. But before I do that, how much fuel are we taking? Weather in Stockholm isn't that bad, actually. It's okay. It's just very cold. So that's going to be our our main issue. In fact, just before we start, this is something you all need to do if you fly the Phoenix. Need to go to is it the assistance options or is it the control? It might be assistance options. Greg P, thank you so much for resubbing tier 1 for 2 months in a row. Thank you so much, Greg. Really do appreciate that. Icing effect. Yeah, we need to turn that off because the Phoenix doesn't like it. So that's okay. Thanks, Greg. Really do appreciate that on Twitch. So what we got? Payload of 11.2 tons. What are we today? Alpine 72 Tango Alpha. Costing X4 as normal. Level 360. Got a tailwind as well, helping us up there. Expecting 25 left departure. 26. Ooh, runway 26. That's nice. That's I can't even recall if we landed on 26 before in Stockholm, so that'll be something a little bit different. 5.5 tons is plug fuel. We'll take a bit more, of course. Terrain shouldn't be too much of an issue for us today. Visibility Berlin's fine. Oh, the weather Berlin, and I'll land it. Yeah, it's all fine, isn't it? Oh, where the hell's that? Is that the other Stockholm airport? ESSB. Can't remember the name of it, but that looks a bit rubbish. Let's go to the weather briefing. See what we've got. Arlander. So yeah, there you go. At the moment, cav okay, but it's minus 14. No significant changes. Cav okay expected. Small probability this morning of freezing fog, dropping visibility down. Clearly, that is not happening. That is that for tomorrow? Oh no, that was for today. Yeah. Well, that time's come and gone. So hopefully that's not going to be an issue. There's our flight route today, and no significant weather either. Looking at that, right? I can't. Apart from we've been very cold, I think we should be fine. Block flight times 1 hour 50. Total on route time 1 hour 20. We're underloaded as well. Struggling to think of other reasons to take extra fuel given those conditions. Alright, we've got ice knocking about, so but yeah, there's no plans for visibility to drop or really bad weather to come in. I think 6 tons is nice and generous, so we'll take 6 tons of fuel. Let's get GSX to start getting things boarded, shall we? So we'll request boarding. I'm going to change the way I do this now. I'm going to request the boarding obviously through GSX, which gives us all the features and things. But then what I'm going to do is on the ground services page here, where we not the ground services, the mass and balance page here, where it's where's my load sheet? Let's just re-import that again. Has that worked this time? Yeah, there you go, it's all been pulled through. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there, and all I'm going to do is I am just going to load this instantly once GSX has sorted and it's got all in place. Right, is the APU up and running? Yes, good. So we want to board the pilots are on board, obviously I'm here. Let's board the crew. First flight of the day. Hey Carl, it is indeed another chilly one as well. Yeah, Alvin, so 1 hour 20 minutes is our our en route time. So crew can come on board, and let's set up the box. Well, no, hang on. I need to do the full setup, haven't we? I keep forgetting we've not started from a turnaround phase. We're started from cold and dark. So let's do our normal preliminary flow. So standby. QNH here is 1009. Anti-skid is on. Guard frequencies 121.5. There we go. VHF2, VHF1. Yeah, they're off. Switching panel thrust levers, spoilers, flaps, transponders, squawking 2000 parking brake is set. And check the acupressure a little bit later. That's okay. Could be worse. We'll get the that'll sort itself out once the cargo doors are lifted. Okay, up to the FCU 1009. Get the constraints on. Initial climb out on today's departure is 5,000. Pop that on. Put the constraints on. Pop the constraints on for my my first officer. There we go. Right, that's all set. Now let's have a look at setting up that box. So AOC menu, flight init, and init request. Hey Verb, says good day from Australia. What time are we departing today? Oh, we should be departing in around... Well, we should be pushing back in about about 14 minutes. I don't see that happening. I think we're going to be a bit late. But is the APU bleed on? Yeah, it is. Right, let's get the packs on. Let's warm the aircraft up. Start boarding the passengers. Okay, so it is still aligning. CFM engine's fine, and air cycle is accurate. Valid. Init A. What do I think of just flights upcoming FS traffic? I haven't actually seen too much of it. I think it's going to be very interesting to compare that between that and FSLTL traffic. For me personally, I always fly on VATSIM, so all I'm really interested in is the model matching availability. And FSLTL is amazing at that, so I think FS Traffic is going to have to do something really clever to improve upon that. But if you don't fly online and you don't use VATSIM, so you do want integrated live traffic, then who knows? We'll wait and see. What are we today? We're Alpine 7-2 Tango Alpha. Cost index of 4. Temperature is -8 outside. God, that's cold. I thought -2 here was bad. Tropos 28,748. Grab the winds. I'll send my first officer out to do the walk around. He's got a fur coat. Winds have been downloaded. IRS init. Yeah, I'm still waiting for that to sort itself out. Cruise flight level is flight level 360. -50. Looking to depart Berlin. Hoping we get 25 left. That's Gerga 1 November. GPS primary has just kicked in. Wonderful. And then in our lander, we're expecting the ILS 26. A Nilug 2 Tango. Does that come in via our lander? No, I don't think it does. I think it comes in with Novia, this one. Right, so the initial approach fixed runway 26 is the TEB VOR here, so Novia. Gross check of the distance. We've got 529 miles on the flight plan, 528 miles in the box. That's fine. And we can just confirm that all looks well. So there's the departure up to the north. And spot on, yeah. Okay, RadNav page. Let's see, what do we have? So we've got Bravo Bravo India, the VOR, and then just for the engine out procedure, we've got Kilo Lima Fox. There we go. Right, init B. Have I got a... oh, actually, let's just go back to init A. Let's check our IRS. We are at stand Charlie 9, is it? Oh, we've got the coordinates here. We've got 52, 21, 41, 522141, 52217, and what we've got east, 1334, 1338. Not too far off. Good enough for the sim. Right, that's all well and good, and just while I'm doing that, check, yeah, 3 nav greens all working. Alright, init A. I want to hurry up and get going, because my cup of tea is going to get cold. Real world problems. Receive messages. Why have I no preliminary load sheet? Come on, guys. First flight of the day, and my dispatcher's letting me down. Alright, we're going to have to base it off the operational flight plan until we get given our final figures. So the zero fuel weight is 55.3, zero fuel weight, CFG, just popping a standard of 30. Fuel for our alternates, call that a ton. Fuel planning, we're taking 6 tons on board, which gives us a takeoff weight of 61.1 below the max landing weight. And yeah, can't do any more till I've got some, can't do a performance takeoff calculation until we've got the load sheet. So let's go to our secondary flight plan. Copy the active. Is the GSX fuel truck in position now? Oh, right, well that tells me boarding's completed. Right, in that case then, let's just load the aircraft, call that instant, so that's done. There we are, everyone's in. Are our doors still open? Could use the ECAM for this, but double check. Yeah, doors still open. Hi Fly 94, good morning to you, hope you're well. Right, wait for that final load sheet to come through. Let's do the engine out procedure on our secondary flight plan then until we've got that. What is it here? So we can go to the performance page, just check out transition altitude is 5,000 feet, yeah, thrust reduction acceleration 1149, noise abatement 2. This is what I'm after. So engine out procedure standard 1700 feet, left turn to the Kilo Lima Fox. Okay, so secondary flight plan. E out SID. Pop that here. So Echo Delta Delta Bravo. What's our departure track? It is 245. 15 miles out. Store that. So that waypoint out SID can go here. Then where we're going? Kilo Lima Fox, was it? Yeah. Where we shall enter the hold. Inbound course is 020 right turns. Then we'll come back to Berlin. And which is the longest runway? 25 left. Ah, well, pop 25 left here again. It's also the shortest taxi back to our stand. Kilo Lima Fox is an available via. Right, check that out. What's that look like? So straight out, EOS SID, enter the hole, and then come back in for an approach to 25 left. Nice. Hello, we've got a load sheet. Is that our final load sheet as well? I believe it is. Excellent. Alright, now we can fill out the rest of NA and we can do our performance calculations. Buffalo Steel Heel, good morning. High Flyer 94 says I saw the Malaga landing video. What a beautiful landing. I don't remember that one, High Flyer. We do that many. Yeah, don't recall that. What have we got? 55.3. Takeoff weight 61.1, and we've got 0 fuel weight. CFG is 28. Bang on. And our takeoff CFG is 26.5. That's low. So runway 25 left dry, config 1, which is what we usually do. No, off. Anti-ice, don't need anti-ice. There's no clouds around, is there? Well, just look at that. A bit visible moisture. What do we reckon? Yeah, okay. Pack's on. Anti-ice. Anti-ice will be on. That's on the engines. So takeoff is 611. CFG's 26.5. Grab the live weather. And then we're going to be pushing back, and it would make sense to expect Mike 8, wouldn't it? Or was that full length? 4 kilometers, 4,000 meters. Yeah. Okay. Fine, we'll expect full length. So we've got 130, 135, 135 for the performance. 130, 135, 135. Flaps 1, and the flex 68. There we go. Right, boxes completed. Just check the speed. So 130, 135, 135. Clean is 208. And do we have any speed restrictions on the departure? No, we don't. So we can clean up on schedule. Excellent. All we need to do now is chat to air traffic control. What frequency are they on? 1188. Berlin Tower, good morning, Alpine 72 Tango Alpha, stand Charlie 9, Type A320 requesting IFR clearance to Stockholm, and we have information Charlie. Hang on, that was a beautiful call, but even better if we actually press the switch button.
Flex to runway 25 left via Victor 2, Bravo and Mike 8, Lufthansa 85.
Tower, good morning, Alpine 72 Tango Alpha, stand Charlie 9, Type A320 requesting clearance up to Stockholm, and we have information Charlie.
Confirm to Tango Alpha, Berlin target morning information Delta clearance, cleared Stockholm Arlanda, Gerga 1 November, flatland route, climb 5000 feet, squawk 2002.
Cleared by the Gregna 1 November, runway 25 left, initial climb 5000 and squawk 2002 for Alpine 72 Tango Alpha.
Confirm to Tango Alpha, reach me correct.
Let's squawk in 2002, confirmation of that clearance up to 5000 is there. Wonderful. Right, let's do our departure brief. Quick check of the weather conditions. Just get the latest METAR. So you can see we've got wind 190 at 4, so slight wind from the south as we depart. Not too strong. Good visibility. Scatter 1,200. It's -6 now according to the METAR. Is that what we've got showing on here? Let's drop to -7. Just update that then. With that and a bit of low-level mist out just over to the west of the field. We'll have anti-ice on for departure, and we've worked out performance calculations based on that as well. It is dry though, so runway conditions are dry and good. Weather en route is fine. Weather for the arrival is planned to be fine as well, just cold. Aircraft type is A320, full serviceable with the exception of the weather radar. No NOTAMs for our departure here today that are going to affect us in Berlin. Threats to be aware of, not too much really. Berlin, it's pretty straightforward to be honest. MSA is 2,400, so that's quite nice and low. Pretty short taxi, so it's not the longest of taxis. Where are we? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, short taxi, so maybe just need to a nice steady taxi out and complete the final checks, PEDS checks, stuff like that, so not too long. Yeah, no real threats other than that to I think I've got some ATC, which is nice. The pushback then, we're expecting to push back facing northeast on Echo. I'm expecting Echo Bravo and then Mike 8 for the hold. Then yeah, noise abatement 2, departure, initial time 5,000. Our first turn is to the left. Yeah, first turn out to the left. And the transition level is 7,000 feet. Emergency brief for in case anything goes wrong. Well, standard Airbus emergency brief, and our engine out procedure is standard here. Once we've secured the engine past 1,700 feet, we'll make a left turn to the Kilo Lima Fox VOR, and we'll enter the hold, get ourselves up nice and safe to 3,000 feet. Then, yeah, decide what we're doing. Most likely come back in. We're not heavy taking off either, so we can get back in without having to worry about being overweight. So I think that's it. Is everyone on board? I believe that is the case. Everyone on board will clean our aircraft up, run the checklists, and we'll get going.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thanks a lot.
Right, so cockpit preparation checklist, aircraft assessments have been completed. Fuel quantity is 5,980 kilograms. That's balanced, yep. Seatbelt signs are on, it is, we've got 3 navs and the barrel ref is 1009, which is showing 150 feet. Great stuff. Let's disconnect our GPU. Cones and chocks can be removed. Let's start getting the ground crew into position, shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, may I welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft for your flight today. The ground crew and the fueling crew have all finished, and we're just about finished with all our cockpit preparation up here. The cabin crew are making their final checks of the welds with the cabin, so please get yourselves sat down comfortably with your seatbelts securely fastened and give them their full attention as they begin their safety briefing. A big welcome on board today to our Easyjet sim pilot members, who of course are welcome to free complimentary drinks throughout the flight. Once we reach our cruising altitude, our cabin service will commence and the cabin crew will be able to provide you with drinks, snacks and merchandise throughout the duration of the flight. Once again, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with Easyjet today. We'll have an update for you when we are airborne.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Where's the ground chart that I want? There we go.
cabin crew, we're about ready to push back, so if you can examine the door there and cross-check. Thank you.
Let's contact the tower. Tower Alpine 72 Tango Alpha, stand Charlie 9, we're ready for push and start.
Confirm to Tango Alpha, pushback approved, face east.
Pushback approved, face east, Alpine 72 Tango Alpha. Beacon light, transponder, and acupressure's okay. We can start the timer. And pushback, tail going to the left.
With that 978,
Before we start, checklist parking brake is on, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, EFB and phone are on flight mode, doors are closed and armed, beacon light is on.
25 left via Victor 2 and Mike 7 with that 978.
We're late departing, never mind. Hey Dave Hudson.
Release parking brakes.
And Uncle Spusson, you're ill this morning, but at least you've got something to watch. Well, we'll entertain you for the next couple of hours, so fantastic. Parking brakes released.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about that. If it was snowing or raining or anything and -8, then yeah, but we've got a beautiful clear day. It's just cold, isn't it? And I'm guessing first flight of the day, aircraft's already been de-iced. So engine mode selector to ignition and start engine 1. Willie Canuck, positive raid. Thank you, mate, for 21 months of channel membership. Willie, that is amazing. Good morning to you. Hope you're well, Willie, and you're not got your head bogged down in too many spreadsheets.
0 degrees for knots, runway 25 left, cleared for takeoff.
25 left, cleared for takeoff with that 978.
Hey, Mitolf, good morning.
We now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket, showing the exit.
Berlin Tower, hello. Austin 230 at then Charlie 5. Information Delta on board request IFR clearance to Wien. Oh, sorry, I have to send you the flight plan.
And 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board.
Parking brake set.
Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times.
Klaus, which scenery are we using? Where's Christian when you need him? He remembers all of these.
You to start the oxygen.
Is it just
Over
Sim?
your nose and mouth.
Perhaps?
Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask.
Okay, starting engine 2.
If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle.
Tow truck disconnected.
If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube.
So now again, Austin 230 on stand Charlie 5, R clearance to
Your
Wien.
tray table must
Austin 230, information echo clearance, startup approved, cleared Vienna, Luros 1 November, flight plan route, climb 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Willie, tough week. Frozen drains, frozen cars, frozen children. Had to speak with his son to make sure that his... the insulin doesn't... Oh, wow, yeah.
Can you repeat the departure route, please?
Yeah. What
Luros 1
temperature does
November.
insulin freeze at?
Okay, sorry. Clear to Wien by the Logos now 1 November departure, climb fast at 5,000 feet and the squawk is 1,000, Austrian 230.
Engine 2's available.
230, read correct.
Engine mode selector to normal. APU bleed off, anti-ice on. APU masters can come off. Spoilers, rudder, flaps 1. Set the trim value. And the after start checklist. So anti-ice is on. Engines only. Ecam status is checked. Pitch trims 26.5. Rudder is neutral. The flight control check full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, full left, and neutral. Well, I think we're about ready to go.
Monitor Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
Monitor Unicom, thanks for the ATC, bye-bye.
And Tower Alpine 72 Tango Alpha is ready for push. Ready for taxi.
Tango Alpha, taxi loading point runway 25 left via Echo, Bravo and Mike 8.
Echo, Bravo, Mike 8, Alpine 72 Tango Alpha. Autobrake max predictive wind shear on weather radar on TO config. Let's go. Right, no real time to waste here. Short taxis we'd briefed, so quick peds checks. So we've got no change to our QNH. QNH is now 1009, and it's going to be a flex departure.
230, request pushback.
End down procedure is standard 1700 feet, left turn to Kilo Lima Fox. Departure is Gregor 1 November, left turn after departure.
Approved, facing west, Austrian 230.
And our initial climb is 5,000, no speed restrictions, so we'll just clean up and configure as we go on schedule. Right, taxi checklist, flight controls have been checked. Just do a brake check actually, yeah, brakes are fine. Flight controls are checked, flap setting is config 1, FMA, climb nav blue, 152, 5000 blue, and flex is 68, I think that is. Yep. Radar and predictive wind shear are both on. ECAM memo's got takeoff no blue, and our EFB is stowed. We'll disconnect. Let's get the cabin crew sat down.
Cabin crew, seat for takeoff, please.
Barry says Orbex has Berlin and Aerosoft. Do you know what? Neither of those ring a bell. I don't know. I honestly can't remember. Yarn is self-loading cargo running in the background. It is indeed, yep. Yep. That's where all of the cabin announcements come from.
Alpine 72 Tango Alpha, wind 190 degrees, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25 left, Alpine 72 Tango Alpha. A nice early clearance for us. Continue that flow in a moment. So that's Mike 8. Still need TCAS and the packs. There's TCAS. There's our packs. And the lineup checklist. So cabin is secured. Takeoff runways 25 left confirmed. TCAS JRA packs 1 and 2 are off. Beluga says his parents are going to think he's crazy due to the amount of atoms he's going to be buying at Christmas. Evil Rock Bro 47 on Twitch. Good morning to you. I'm well. What's the master caution? Right, okay. It's a side stick fault. We can disregard. Barry says Just Flight does have Berlin. Yeah, I thought they did, Barry, but couldn't be 100% sure.
Lufthansa 193 Foxtrot, flight level 80. With information that's on board.
Okay, just before we go, we're going to clear that ECAM warning. There we go.
Contact was then established on ILS, Lufthansa 194.
Okay, takeoff. Start the chrono. 50% N1 is set. Engine 1 is critical and set takeoff thrust. Manflex SRS runway. Little bit of right rudder to counteract that wind from the left hand side.
100 knots.
Checked. V1. Rotate. Nav.
Positive right. Clear up.
Austin 230, request taxi.
Austin 230, taxi to holding point runway 25 left via Victor 2 and Mike 7.
Taxi to holding point, runway 25 left via Victor 2 and Mike 7, Austrian 230.
Lower the nose. Set. Thrust climb. Climb. Autopilot 1 engaged. Let's get the packs on.
Upon to Tango Alpha, monitor Uniform 122.8. Have a good day.
Over to Unicom 122.8. Thank you for the service. Alpine 72 Tango Alpha. Bye bye.
Austin 230, wind 1.
Past airspeed, let's clean up. So, flap 0, spoilers disarmed. Might have gotten lucky with the clouds. That guy Mo on Twitch, great question. Let me just get through this departure, then I'll come back and have a chat with you about that. Beluga is the Airbus fast accelerator. The Neo certainly is. Depends how heavy you are as well. Remember, we're not that heavy today. Right, let's get the cabin crew out of their seats. They can start sorting your drinks out. Nick F14, it is on takeoff. Yeah, so there's the taxi, there's off. Yeah, so it's just the way it looks, really. Right, we've got no further ATC, so we're not going to level off. Let's continue our climb. Let's go flight level 250. So we'll pull for standard. Thrust climb, open climb, 250 blue. Let's continue our weight around. Doesn't look like it's been snowing in Berlin. Willie, what is my power supply rated at? You will have to ask my MOC who constructed it for me. Message Dark, he'll tell you. All I know is it keeps me nice and warm. Yeah, Nick's just said, yeah, you better ask Dark. He'll know. Right, so the acceleration flow now, which is just check in flaps, spoilers, gear, set the lights. We can turn those off now. Don't have to wait until 10,000 feet. We're above that cloud layer, so they can come off.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
$10,000 feet, airports on the EFIS on the Prague page. Just check flight level 360. That's not going to be a problem for us today. Onto the performance page, we want cost index 0. Radnar page, we can clear that out. That's done. Both of those, VOR 1 and 2. And secondary flight plan, we'll copy the active. Let's continue up then. Flight level 360. We'll just complete the turn. We'll let the passengers out the seats. 360 blue. Evil Rock and Bro 47, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate that, guys. Glad you're on board with us. A reminder as well, if you haven't done so already, you can support the channel for free if you are a member of Amazon Prime on Twitch. So huge thanks for that. Evo Rocks, is it FS2 crew? No, it is not. No, it's self-loading cargo for all the passenger announcements and things. Right, everything looks fine, happy and stable. Is anybody busting for the toilet? Let's get that off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however, when in your seat, that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Nick trying to redeem the hot chocolate. I don't think the cabin service has started yet, Nick. Give the girls a few minutes. That was very sexist of me, wasn't it? Give the cabin crew a few minutes. Smoggy Gaming says, good morning, can you turn up the heating? He's bloody freezing. It is cold, isn't it? Wait till we get to Stockholm. There's a gorgeous view of Berlin's Brandenburg Airport down there. I think it's just an aircraft on final for runway 25 left, I think. You can just see that. Should be great views today. I don't think there's much cloud cover around, so we're going to really enjoy seeing everything as we fly north. So yeah, should be good. And then a gorgeous approach into Stockholm. Patrick says you were trying to get into Lapland the other day. You had to hold for an hour, but it was worth it. Wow, I hope you took extra fuel for that. Kibo, thank you so much for the resub. 2 months on Prime resub. That is very, very kind of you. Appreciate that, really do. Now, who was it? Twitch, that guy Moore. Yeah, so you're having a problem with the autopilot when you take off and press it. First thing is, you need to have rotated, and you need to wait a minimum of 5 seconds and be 100 feet off the ground. If you're trying to put it on earlier than that, which I can't imagine you are, but that is sort of the stipulation for that. Need to give it that time before you do it. If you've rotated and you've over-rotated, so you're starting to lose a bit of airspeed, then autopilot won't engage because, well, it's not going to sort out your problems. Can't think of any other things. It's difficult to tell without seeing your FMAs, to be honest, and what's happening to the aircraft at the time. Lord of Games, thank you for the follow. We're close to 2,000 followers on Twitch now. That's impressive. Evil, does self-loading cargo work well with the Fenix? It does, because self-loading cargo is just an outside program that I use it purely just for the announcements and things. It doesn't load your aircraft for you or anything daft like that. It just simulates sort of a passenger environment. It gives you a flight rating at the end as well, which you can take notice of if you wish. So yeah, you can use it as much or as little as you want. I don't tend to use it for anything really other than just the announcements. I think that works. A3CC, hello to you. Ryan E, good morning. Smoggy Gaming, I use Streamlabs. Yeah. Robert asks, how's the elf doing today? Oh, the elf. What did I do last night? What did I do? Oh yeah, so I cooked a slice of toast and just pushed the elf through the centre of it and left a note saying it was cold but now he's toasty warm. That's a proper dad joke, that, isn't it? Pixel, good morning, mate. Thanks for being on board. Ryan, how come the icing realism effects had to be turned off in the menu? That is a Fenix thing, Ryan. The Fenix aircraft does not work well with the icing effects, so yeah, turn that off. That guy Mo, what's the optimum speed before applying the autopilot? As long as you are not in the alpha protection, so like the the amber or the red bars that you see on the speed tape. As long as you are above that and you have a positive speed trend, you should be okay. Christian, good morning, sir. How are you? Nick says to Ryan regarding the icing in Microsoft Flight Simulator with the Phoenix, yeah, with it on, it can cause the Phoenix to be unflyable, as he found out to his cost. Dr. Magic says he didn't know the Phoenix icing affect things. Yes, yes. So I thought, well, as we're going to somewhere which is incredibly cold, let's not take any chances. Otto, hey Otto, you're celebrating 3 months of membership today. Otto, that's really kind of you to support us. And says the early flight really ruins his work efficiency. Yeah, mine too, Otto, but what can you do? You can see now where the snowfall has been falling. And I think this is another testament to Azobo and their weather system. So, if there's snow on the ground here, it is because it has been snowing in the sim at some point. So good. Lord of Games 83, how much does Microsoft Flight Simulator cost? There's 3 different levels, depending on how many detailed airports you want. I think it starts at, is it 50 or 60 Great British Pounds? I honestly can't remember now. But if you have X-Pass Gaming, which I know nothing about, then I think you can also get it on that as well. That guy Mo, yeah, no problem. If you're on our Discord server, for which I keep meaning to put the link in Twitch, it's on the on YouTube, obviously. But if you're on our Discord server, you can send us an image, pictures of what's going on, and probably help try and identify that for you. Smooth flying, I'm very well, thank you. No, I don't have that Orbex airport installed. A3 says he lives in Dresden. There's 12 centimeters of snow there. Nice. Oh, Sean, you're getting your fly-by-wire... not your fly-by-wire, sorry, your Thrustmaster Airbus TCA pack tomorrow, are you? Wow. You'll wonder how you ever managed to live without it. It is good.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Nick, I've just seen you appear on Twitch. I have no idea how to quickly make you a mod on there, mate. I'll have to have a bit of a look. Oh, did anybody just see some snow instantly melt just then? Rewind the stream back 10 seconds. You'll just see some snow melt very quickly. Dave Hudson, going back to self-loading cargo, says it's the most. They have the most nervous flyers ever. Turn off the screams. Or your wife may think you're up to shenanigans in your man cave. Yeah, Pixel, have you just seen as well? The snow just vanished. What a stent. Good morning to you. Yeah, we've been talking about that this morning. So whilst we were on the ground, we went in and disabled it because, yeah, doesn't like it, does it? Phoenix aircraft doesn't like it. I don't think you have to worry about it with the fly-by-wire or other aircraft. But yeah, Phoenix, not a fan. Right, I believe cabin service is now available. So if you did want hot chocolate and tea, then go for it. Stormo says, good morning, what's my opinion on the Phoenix? Thinking about getting it, but you've been flying the fly-by-wire. Right, well, Storm, I'm going to give you the same answer that I give to everyone who asks that very valid question. And that is, if you enjoy the fly-by-wire, you will love the Phoenix. I think that's the best way I can describe it. The fly-by-wire is perfect for normal, everyday operations. Phoenix just gives you the next level of realism. Sean says, a bit of a strange thing yesterday, saw a TUI Dreamliner coming out of Glasgow for Manchester, assuming it would have been a positioning flight. Yeah, Sean, that's not uncommon, particularly for TUI. What was really fun to see was when they were positioning flights between Doncaster Airport and Manchester Airport, which they did quite regularly, which I literally live right between the two in a straight line. So yeah, you'd see them and there'd just be a Dreamliner flying over at 3,000 feet, which was great to see. Couple of thousand feet to go. See, this is pretty standard, isn't it? We're flying north, we're getting further and further north, and the landscape is turning more and more white. Oh, Willie, that's a fair point. I wouldn't know about that, but yes, says might not be a positioning flight. There are some multi-leg flights as well. So Air Transat does Toronto, Manchester, Glasgow. Oh, okay. Topic Briggs, does anyone else get a nav TCAS fault message on the ECAM after taking off with the Phoenix? Perhaps only if you've not aligned the ADRs. And Christian, yeah, turn the TCAS on as well to TARA. Oh, sorry, Topic Bricks, I completely misread that. I was thinking of something else. Yeah, a TCAS fault. Yeah, you've not turned the TCAS on, that's why. I read nav fault. Didn't think about the TCAS bit. What extent do we know when the Phoenix are going to put the weather radar active into the Phoenix, or does it depend on Azobo? Yeah, I'm afraid we're at the whim of Azobo. Evil Rock says he's flying Gatwick to Brussels shortly. Purchased the Aerosoft scenery today, so really looking forward to it. It's on offer, I think, isn't it? I mean, Aerosoft got the Brussels Mega Airport on offer at the moment, so good time to get it. So who's looking forward to Sunday? We have our Lapland special full-day stream as we depart up to Lapland for our Santa flight. More and more giveaways have been added as well now. I've not got a list in front of me, but I know we've got 2 Thrustmaster TCA packs for their new one that they've just released for both Xbox and PC. 2 of those to give away from Thrustmaster, so amazing giveaway prizes those. We've got airports from Aerosoft, we've got vouchers from the Contrail store, trying to think what else we've got. simulations as well, Mako simulations. It's going to be a busy Sunday. Dr. Magic says, Sunday, wife and kids are away. And have you sent them away? Have you just like? Well, yeah, there's tickets to the theatre and a spa for you, dear. Off you go. I need something to myself. Hey Migs, how you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you. Says good day and a stunning view. It is, but it doesn't look like that down in Australasia. Evil Rocks, yeah, 1888 on Sim Market for the Brussels scenery today. JD says he's now using SimBrief for the first time right now after following our tutorial video on YouTube. So he's stepped into a new world from the base game. You're going to love it, JD, because it does a lot of work for you, and a lot of the aircraft now, like the fly-by-wire and obviously the Phoenix, you can automatically import it just by using your SimBrief ID, which some people may think is not realistic, but actually it is. You don't have to, or rarely now do pilots have to manually type in all of the waypoints and create their flight plan from scratch. A lot of it is just done by ACARS uplinks, so yeah, it's not unrealistic to do it that way. Mick says he's been on a tour of other flight simulators, so it's almost as though he never left. Awesome. Dinal Warnipet says he's unable to join on the Christmas stream on Sunday. Hope he can catch up on YouTube later. Yeah, it'll be there for, well, eternity, or however long YouTube is around and not deleting things. Dr. Magic, they're visiting the mother-in-law for the weekend and you just happen to be really busy. That is amazing. Robert says, regards to the early questions about fly-by-wire compared to Phoenix, he says he made the move after about 6 months on the fly-by-wire and he's not looked back since, and whilst he does sometimes fly the fly-by-wire, he thinks the Phoenix is outstanding and well worth the money. Christian, you're going to drown yourself in mulled wine on Sunday thinking about all the giveaways. You're away, aren't you, Christian? Yeah. So is there much of the wind? I think the wind is mainly coming from the west. Yeah, so there you can see, it's almost a direct crosswind, so it's not really affecting us either way. Pixel, for some reason your SimBridge link doesn't load on your external device. Any help? First thing I would check, try not on an external device, but instead try and do it on an external browser, just like an internet browser on your computer, so you know that that's working. I suddenly discovered that my phone was now too out of date and old for it to actually work, which was disappointing. Jebo59, good morning to you. Lapland will definitely be watching that. Spent a week in northern Finland, just over the Arctic Circle a couple of years ago. It was cold but fantastic. I need to point out as well that all of the giveaways, etc., will only be only the YouTube subscribers will be eligible. Not members, just subscribers. Only YouTube subscribers will be eligible for that. So if you are watching on Twitch, make sure you get yourself onto YouTube and follow us there for that. Where we're slowly edging up to 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, 30,000 subs on YouTube, and nearly 2,000 on Twitch. Right, we must be at the top of climb now. I've been rabbiting on. I've completely missed it. Right, we've got alt cruise, so set that. Let's just bring the cost index back up to 4. That's really going to alter things, isn't it? I will do our top of climb checks. Yeah, we do have some copies of FSI panel to give away as well. That's just reminded me whoever's just called the Nightbot into out of hibernation. Finmower Gaming, how do you participate in the giveaways? Remember, that's on Sunday, it's not today. Watch the stream, that's all you've got to do, Finmo. Watch the stream and instructions shall be given. It's very, very easy. Captain HMW, good morning to you. Are we going to be flying over your house? Fantastic. Alan Cellini, good morning as well. Turkson, is there an alarm in the cockpit you can set to inform you that you're approaching top of descent? Top of descent? No, you just have a look on the navigation display or the flight plan. I mean, we can plan it out now. We're going to... top of descent is about 10 past 12, which is in half an hour. So, we're going to do a fuel check and then we'll start planning our arrival. So what did we take in the end? We took 6 tons of fuel, 5, which is about 0.7 tons extra. Where are we? Ban up. So we should have about 4.2 tons at Banup. What have we got now? Well, 4.2. That's working almost exactly as expected. Let's grab some weather information. Now, my local geographical knowledge of this part of the world is pretty poor, to be honest with you. So we'll go with Copenhagen and Stockholm. To be honest, if something went bang right now, Copenhagen's a good shout. We're only half an hour away from Berlin, so 2 good shouts there. Ken Amsterdam, thank you for the follow, sir. So Copenhagen is wide open. Oh, look how warm Copenhagen is. It's 0 degrees. Christian, Gothenburg's quite far away, isn't it? It's much further away than Copenhagen and Stockholm. Remember, I'm looking on route weathers in case of failures, not for alternates. So I'm wanting airports that are pretty much on my flight path. Right, what have we got? Cab OK, minus 13. Oh, it's warmed up. And a QNH of 1004. Might as well go and fill out the perf page while I've got that there, haven't we? So we've got 1004. Temperature minus 13. What's the wind? 250 at 3. Nice light wind. Minimum. So this is just a normal Cat 1 runway, I think. Yeah, 325. Now, before we go any further. So the minimums are 325. That's fine, but what is it? It's minus 13. So, let me see. How high is the airport? It's 125 feet above sea level. So I'm using my low temperature corrections chart. We need to add 30 feet then to this. So instead of 325, we'll go 355. Yeah, and that's because at the cold temperatures, the barometric altitude reads you as being higher than you actually are, so we just increase those to compensate. So, there we go. Nice. Right, so we've got that page filled in. Let's start looking at everything else. Nick, where can you get the cold temperature? Have you not read the standard operating procedures OMB, Nick? I'm pretty certain it's in there. At least I think it is. I'm almost certain it is. I don't think it's been left out. If it has, I'll slap the author and we'll get it in. Right, so let's just go through the flight plan, check that this is as we expect it to be. Compare this with the charts. Coming in, we've got Teb. From Teb, come in and straight in. Beautiful. Just want to check, what's that? ECDAS. ECDAS. Oh yeah, that's fine. We will obviously have slowed down by that point. So, at ECDAS, I don't want to be doing 200 knots. At ECDAS, we want... what are we doing? 180. That's fine. Insert that. Radnav, let's put Teb in, and we've also got the VOR on field, yeah, Arlander, Alfa Romeo Lima. That's Radnav page sorted. Prog page ESSA 26. No, yes, 26. Performance page, we've got that filled out. VAP is 132. Clean on the go around 219. Any speed restrictions there? No, that's fine. Fuel prediction is to land with 2.8 tons of fuel on board. Excellent. And copy the active. 2.8 tons, that's enough for another go. Alright, box is complete. Top of descent is in around 180 miles, so about 20 minutes. Topic, have we ever had a failure in the Phoenix Mini we'll have had to divert? No, 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 no. Not yet, don't tempt fate. Anyway. Might as well do the brief now whilst we've been discussing it. So, arrival weather in Stockholm is lovely, nice clear conditions. It's just cold. We've got very light winds, so really nothing really to concern us with regards to our weather. Very cold, but we've done the temperature corrections to account for that. Runway should be fine. It's not been raining or anything either. Aircraft still fully serviceable, not broken anything. No NOTAMs for our arrival. We'll just confirm that. I did look at them before we went. Our lander... oh, apparently the ATIS is unserviceable. Okay. And the runway centerline light for runway 26, where we are landing, are lighted due to poor daylight markings. Oh, I would imagine they're lighted anyway. So, yeah, nothing really to worry about. Threats to be aware of coming into Stockholm. Again, nothing really. MSA's good. We've not got any terrain that we're going to slam into. MSA's we're coming in is 2,200. Then when one of the localizer, it will be at MSA of 1,900. That little sector just to the north of the field. No ATC, I believe, so just keep on Unicom and listen out for other aircraft, etc., stuff like that. But pretty straightforward coming in. And how we're going to configure? Well, pretty normal. Nothing daft that we need to worry about. So once we've left Teb, we're going to start slowing down. We want to be green dot. Flaps 1 at ECDAS and 180 knots would be good. Flaps 2 then as we start to go down the glide. So that's how we'll configure. Transition altitude 5,000 feet. Platform altitude 2,500. It's a normal 3-degree glide. So let's just check. Runway 26. How wide is it? 3-degree glide. That's fine. 45 meters wide, that's fine as well. And then decent length runway, we use auto brake low, vacate at X-ray 3 or X-ray 2 if required, and then let's just have a look at the route. So our parking stand is, we're going to go for, yeah, stand 64. We'll go stand 64, terminal 2. So we'll need to taxi right, so it's Zulu all the way round. Zulu Delta 64. And because it's so flipping cold, we'll leave the flaps out and not retract them. Job done. Brian says the operational manuals mentions the barrow settings with cold weather, but there's no chart, isn't there? Ooh, we might have to get that updated. Especially at this time of year. 747 Dan, good morning. Finmo, what sim gear do I use? So I use the Thrustmaster TCA Captain's Pack for the Airbus. Zach is leaving the flaps out due to the ice. Yes, it is. The idea being get on stand, check everything is okay, and then when you're happy, then you can retract the flaps using the hydraulic pumps, electric pumps, which we can show you. Iron Gallo, thank you for following. New person, good morning. Right, I'm going to be terribly rude. I'm going to go back to the galley. I've just had a real strong hunger pang, and I don't want to be hungry when landing, so just give me a couple of minutes, and yeah, I'll be back. I need a biscuit or something.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Oh, I'm back. I mean, that was the most unhealthy snack ever. I've just had a couple of biscuits, a Mr. Kipling's French fancy cake thing, and now I've got myself a twirl biscuit. I'm gonna be diabetic. Migs, mate, that is amazing. Migs saying too much of that grey username nonsense in the chat, and Migs has just gifted 5 EasyJet Sim Pilot Channel memberships. Migs, thank you so much for your support, and welcome to new person Flight Medic Mark Squiggly and Sav as well. That is amazing. Migs says, I hope everybody is green now. Thank you so much, Migs. I appreciate that so much. I really do. And good to have you back on stream as well, Migs. As I said, it's been a while since we'd managed to catch up with you, so great to see you back on board the orange colours. Evil Rock on Twitch says, if I put my GSX profile path in the init file top line, would it be correct even with the add-on linker? I just do not understand that at all, but Nick, British Airways 464 says, yeah, that should work. Fair enough, fair enough. Pele says, welcome to Sweden, thank you very much. Hey Elk Chocolate, good to see you. JD, you're a type 1 diabetic. Yeah, it's no fun, is it? And we've got top of descent is a good 120 mile away. We're all done anyway. We've done our brief. In fact, one of the things we didn't touch at was the go around procedure. If we needed it, I think it's quite straightforward here actually. In fact, no, there is a threat for this go around procedure, which I saw when planning the flight. Look at the altitude of the go around. It is only 1,500 feet. Straight ahead to 1,500 feet. That is probably the lowest I have seen a go around altitude. So, in fact, that go-around altitude is below MSA. And then we'll get radar vectoring for a new approach. So, yeah. Very, very low. That is a threat. Of course it's a threat. So, the acceleration is only going to be, what, about 300, 400 feet below that levelling off. So, need to be aware of that. 747 Dan, what time's the flight starting on Sunday? Dan, be in Discord and I will let you know. It will be an early start, sort of like, I'm thinking sort of 9 AM-ish, something like that, because there's a lot to get through, a long day, lots of planning. It's not Brendan on Twitch. Is this the Phoenix or the flyby? This is the Phoenix. Oh, Nick is having a nice jam and toast tea. Very good. These clouds are high. We're at 36,000, aren't we? And yeah, they look very high. High and thick. Christian says he always thinks about the Simpsons episode where one of the Flanders kids says, yeah, my hobbies include being quiet during trips, clapping with songs, and diabetes. God, I love the Simpsons. I saw the other day that the Simpsons is now available, seasons 1 to 33, I think it said, are now available on Disney Plus. And as soon as I read that, because we've got access to Disney Plus for the kids, of course, when I saw that, I thought, oh, this is dangerous. As if I don't have enough distractions in my life already from doing the things I should be doing. Migs, Wow, Miggs has just dropped a $50 Canadian donation. That is incredibly kind, Miggs. Already with the gifted channel memberships, but now a $50 Canadian donation as well into the mix. Miggs, thank you so much. He says, definitely had some fun flying the Orange recently. Gatwick to Alicante in the Neo, then back again. Got jolted by wake turbulence in the 319 on the way back by an aircraft 1,000 feet above St. Cruz. The captain had to calm everyone down. That is incredible, Miggs. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Glad you've been enjoying some Orange fun as well. Alicante is a nice airport to fly into because it's not boring, it's not where you can just switch off and come straight in. There's terrain you've got to think about with that. So, yeah, well, we might have to do a flight down there. There's Alicante, and what's the other one? Almira down there as well. Both have got things that you have to think about. Mario, how do you get the PA system? So that's from self-loading cargo. Galki, good morning to you. Alvin Showtimes, I'm very well, thank you. And Gabriel, what add-ons do we use? So, all the announcements come from self-loading cargo. We've obviously got different airport add-ons. We've got GSX, and we're currently flying the Fenix A320 as well. Rex AccuSeasons is responsible for the different seasons and foliage down beneath us as well, and also Rex Export Textures. Might be bumpy during the descent. Mick says, yeah, at Alicante you either get the nice mountains approach from inland, or then you get the ocean approach, which is just as good looking. I like Malaga. I love the Malaga approach over the land, not the sea. The sea is just standard, but the one over land, you get close to that terrain beneath you. So yeah, that's good fun. 747 down, we've got FS Realistic. We do. Is it turned on? Oh, do you know it's not? I don't know why it's not turned on. Most of the time that starts automatically, so I'm not sure what happened there. Should I turn that back on? Let's see what happens. See if we can give that a kick. Where is it? We're going to get that robotic voice, aren't we, when I start this? FS Realistic connected.
FS Realistic connected.
There we go. Yeah, so FS Realistic is running. Gabriel, are the clouds default? They are, yes. Yep. Gunter, are there any add-ons that label the airport stands? You always struggle trying to compare with the charts and file. Yeah, so the only way you can really get that, Gunter, is it's the sort of like the airports that you can download either from flightsim.to or of course the payware airports. They all have the taxi markings correct with the correct stand numbers and things. Alvin asks on Twitch, do you know where we are right now? We can cheat thanks to the app here. If we have a quick look, we can even zoom in on the map and show you, yeah, exactly where we are. So if you're familiar with this part of the world, there you go. Nick taking advantage of the cabin crew. That sounded wrong, actually, Nick. I've just heard that back in my head. Ignore that. Disregard. Dr. Magic asks, do you use FS Realistic for the sounds or just the shakes? A little bit of a mixture of both. To be fair, the flyby and the Phoenix have got great sounds, so you don't really need to add too much to that. It's things like the little camera shake on touchdown that's good. It works well. I don't like that the airframe sort of buffeting, which you get to hear quite a bit and see. I don't like the flight deck shaking up and down ridiculously. And of course the toilet flush. I'm just going through the options on FS Realistic. The toilet flush. Gotta have that on. Peter ATCO, good afternoon. Is it afternoon now? Well, by 6 minutes, yeah, good afternoon. Good to see you, Peter. Celebrating 10 months of channel memberships as well. Peter, thank you so much for your support over that time. Otto, have I used the Headwind A330? A little limited for options for the long haul at the moment. I think the Aerosoft A330 is the one aircraft that I'm really, really looking forward to. Because let's face it, if you can fly the A320, you can fly the A330. It's just a bigger beast. Cockpit layout is almost exactly the same as well. So yeah, I am looking forward to that. We might have to... Should we do an A330 stream sometime? What do we reckon? Don't know when that would be. Should we try and find one to do? See if we get a chance over Christmas. Good said the Headwind A330 had a fuel tank glitch the last time you used it. It only takes fuel from the left tank. Ah. Well, if it's the APU, that's fine. But if it's the engines as well, that's not so much. Mick says yes. Don't know whether or when, but yes, fair enough. We will have to do it at some point. I do like the A330 as an aircraft in itself. I think it's very nice. What aircraft have we got there? Is 500 feet above us, going in the opposite direction. There is always miles away. 20 miles, top of descent. And Peter ATCO says, has to keep up with traditions. Peter, thank you so much, mate. That's very kind of you, as always. Thank you for your continued support, Peter. Hope you're enjoying the... You say you've got some time off now, Peter. That's awesome. Yeah, appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. And Dark Fury says, good afternoon. Now, Dark... Oh, is Willie still here, or has he had to disappear to work? Willie was asking what the what power pack I'd got for my PC and the output and things, and I just went ask Dark because I've no idea. Evil Rocks on Twitch says, yeah, really, of course, yeah, really looking forward to the fly-by-wire A380. Just when? I know they keep previewing things now, they're getting closer and closer and closer, but we just want to be able to fly it. We can't wait to be able to fly that thing. We know it's going to be amazing. Custom built from the ground up by the amazing fly-by-wire team. Yeah, we just can't wait, can we? And I've already said publicly that the first stream that we do on that, I'm going to replicate my honeymoon flight. We're going to do Manchester to Dubai. I guarantee that day Dubai is going to be full of Emirates A380s when that's released. Nick Burrows! Nick, you've just gifted E5 Easyjet Sim Pilot channel memberships. Nick, thank you so much for your kind gifting. So welcome to Galki, Beluga, Aaron, Westermark, and Mike as well. Membership to you, gifted by Nick. That is incredibly kind, Nick. Thank you so much. And yeah, new members, if you're on our Discord server, make sure you get yourselves into the members lounge. So yeah, Nick, that's amazing, mate. Thank you as always for your continued support. And Matt says not sure about replicating the honeymoon on stream, Gav. Yeah, well, the webcam won't be on, mate, don't worry about that. Right, we're nearly at top of descent. Manchester as well, Christian. Yeah, the problem with Manchester is it's got one A380 stand, unless you use the remote stands. Let's start heading down. So we're going to go down 10,000 feet and we'll use managed descent as well. So down we go. Descent 100 blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, you will be delighted to hear that we will shortly be starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear, the cabin crew are able to make their way around the aircraft without any luggage in the aisles, that would be most appreciated. A reminder for our Easyjet pilot members that free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelt signs are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
Loving the way that you can almost see the line of where the snowfall ended. That looks awesome. Dark Fury has gifted E5 Easyjet Sim Pilot channel memberships. Dark, thank you so much. So who we got? We've got Mario, Ben Thomas, Elva, Dave, Captain Shaquille as well. That is amazing. Dark, thank you so much. Both Dark, Nick, and of course Migs, donating channel memberships to you guys today on our flight up to Stockholm. Thank you so much, guys. Really do appreciate your support, and welcome to our new channel members as well. Very kind of you. Okay, so we're on our way down. Just get the constraints on. Not that there are any, I don't think. I think we've got very little in terms of constraints here, to be honest. It's a nice, fairly simple approach. Straight in. Evil Rockin' Bro 47 says his granddad is in Melbourne at the moment. Flew the 777 to Dubai and the A380 to Melbourne. The thing that got me the first time I went on the A380 was just how quiet it was. So quiet. Peter says he better start spending some points. Yes, you and Eastbirds have got points to spare. Tommy Briggs says, I wish Phoenix made the A350. I don't think there is a 350 at the moment, is there? Gunter's just asked that question, actually. Are there any A350s we can use at the moment? I don't think there are. Certainly none that I've heard of that work well. Right, so we should be on the ground in about, well, less than half an hour. We're on our way down now. Topic says there's a freeware 1 in development at the moment. Yeah, that's right. I forgot who it is that's making that. Gunter says you've seen the call signs on VATSIM. I always wondered. I will remember it might not be in Microsoft Flight Simulator. That could be. Well, it could be in any simulator, couldn't it? X-Plane, FSX, any of those. Bumpity bumpity. Right, what are we on? ILS 26, aren't we? Let's just pin that. And what's our arrival chart? We want chart 10-2 Bravo. That's this one. And then a ground chart as well. So we're on the Nilug 2 Tango, which means we're below. We'll fly 150 at Nilug. That's fine, and the constraints have already shown that as well. Profile looks fine for it. Mick says he's finally in the top 10 for the points. He's made it. He can retire now. Right, we're about to enter the clouds. Temperature range, we've got 47 and dropping, so it is cold. Peter says time for a cold beer. He thinks good thing he's on a holiday break. Cold beer? What time is it in Copenhagen? Captain the Navigraph chart says Nilug 2 Victor. Yeah, it's got several of them. So we've got 2 Mike, 2 Pop, 2 Sierra, 2 Tango. We're on the 2 Tango for ours today. Christopher says they drink around the clock in Denmark. Well, if you can get away with it, why not? Alright, let's get the anti-ice on. I want to pop them all on. It's cold, there's quite a few clouds to go through. Captain HW in Denmark, a beer is the same as lunch. Break through this cloud layer and then it should look really nice coming in. Of course, this time of year as well, the sun doesn't really get that high in the sky, so... What time does the sun set in Stockholm today? It's about 1400 hours Zulu time or something like that. Oh, could anybody just give me an updated METAR, please? If anyone's got that knocking about, we'll throw that into the box in case it's changed. Captain Agent W says the sun sets at 13:47 Zulu. So what's that? That's about an hour and 20 minutes, isn't it? Not long at all. Better, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Helicopter Virtual, good morning to you. That's still nice though on profile. All working well. Thank you, Nick. Just update the box. So we have now got still cav okay. It's minus 12. Oh, it's warmed up. QNH 1004, that's fine, no significant changes. Okay, so VAT 132 still. Good stuff. Okay guys, the bar will be closing, the casino will be closing in a couple of minutes. So just get that in now.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we've just begun our final descent into our destination. If you could now assist the cabin crew by tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet Sim Pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cabin crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight. I hope you enjoy your drink.
I see Nick getting one last cup of tea in to go down the approach on. Nice. Right, seatbelt signs are on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided. The toilets will now go out of use until the fasten seatbelt sign is turned on. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Peter says he's feeling bad for the passengers having to sweat in 27-degree plane when they boarded with the with the winter clothes on. Well, that's just it, Christopher. They didn't. You watch them board. GSX passengers, they're all in shorts and a t-shirt. Doesn't matter what the temperature is. So I'm actually doing them a favour. I do feel sorry, however, for my first officer who always wears a fur coat, and I always crank this up because I'm cold. And Nesh. Now it looks like we've got an aircraft on our tail as well. They may just want to watch separation there. Captain says now passing the city of Nyancham. I've said that wrong, I'm sure. But then from there you go to the island Gotland with a ferry boat. Nice. Alvin, we're going into Arlanda today.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Nick, I was muted. I was munching on a bar of chocolate, so my apologies for that. Particularly to Soren, if I can't recall when I muted that. So Soren, thank you so much for your kind donation. I hope you are enjoying the Phoenix still after all this time. Very kind of you, my friend, to support the channel as well as you have done previously. Thank you, mate. Really do appreciate that. Elvid, no, not doing the return. I'm saving myself for Sunday, which is going to be a long haul slog. Yeah. Right, so we're getting ourselves now down to 3,000 feet. Local pressure is set. We've got 3,000 blue, just passing 10,000. So with that, let's get the lights on, and the landing system can come on. Happy to pull speed as well, so let's just we'll go 240. A bit of traffic behind us, don't want it to get too close, so we'll hold 240 knots. We'll activate our approach phase, so that's done as well. Brian, you thought we were doing sterile cockpit. Not that sterile. What's that? Is everything covered in snow that much that the textures are just white now? Right, no more moisture, we can get rid of those. Sorry, on the long haul Sunday. Doesn't have the same ring to it, that, does it? Christian, it's a giant golf ball. That's exactly what it looked like, to be honest. Christopher says the white globe ahead of us with the big stadium is close to where he lives. He can see it from his window. Oh, wow. Is that what it is then, a stadium? I thought it must be a stadium. I'm just disappointed in the texturing. Surely it's meant to have a little bit more colour to it than that. Unless it actually is all just white and covered in snow. Mick says every time he tells his wife that it's a sterile cockpit on approach, he says he's telling porkies and just gives him a sponge and a mop. Captain says he can see his house from here. Excellent. Is the river actually frozen then there as well? Guys, is anyone in the chat flying whichever aircraft it is up my backside? Just need to be careful of the separation there. Squiggly says thanks to whoever gifted him a sub, so that would have been Migs, Dark Fury or Nick today. Christopher says the globe's white, yes, but the surrounding buildings aren't. Fair enough. And the sea isn't frozen. Is it sea or is it just a river? Mind you, that's like saying the Thames. Is it a river or is it the sea? It all runs into the English Channel the same, doesn't it? So we've got Echo Sierra Alpha is identified. Let's run the approach checklist for the Barraf 1004. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums are 355. We're going to use auto brake low as briefed, and EFB is stowed. I didn't realise Stonehenge was in Sweden. Once we've passed the temp VOR, then as briefed, we'll start slowing down to green dot.
Cabin crew, if you could please prepare the cabin for landing, we should be arriving shortly.
So Brian, have you got a snowstorm headed to you this afternoon? We've not had snow here in the UK. It's been cold. It's not been cold, has it? We're about to land somewhere where it's minus 14. But yeah, it's been cool, but not any snow, or at least not where I've been anyway. No snow. Right, we've passed Teb. Let's start reducing speed. Good push for green dot. Chocolate says lots of snow in the UK, entire southeast coast is covered. See, we're in the centre of the UK, we get protected by the Pennines.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrests down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
Okay, so we just set the platform altitude, so we've got 2,500 blue. And as we just start to make that turn, we'll intercept the glide slope. Here it comes. So flaps 1, speed's checked, flaps 1. Nice short final, this one. Flaps 2, speed's checked, flaps 2. Orlando traffic, Alpine 72 Tango Alpha is turning finals now, runway 26, 9 miles. Right, so on that approach we've got Alec Glide Slope, Lock Blue, Cat 3 Dual, Autopilot 1 and 2. Got the replay going, so we'll check that out once we've landed. Should get glide slope, lock star all at the same time, which would be quite neat. Any second now.
2,500.
Radar altimeter alive. Alt star. Runway's in sight. Lock star. Glide slope. Missed approach altitude 1,500 feet. Six miles. Gear down. Spoilers armed. Manage speed. Wind 17 knot headwind at the moment. Flaps 3. Speed's checked. Flaps 3. Peter, do I use any software to track the flights? No. No, no. and flaps full. Right, landing checklist, cabin secured, go around altitude is 1,500 feet set, ECAM memo, landing no blue. Let's bring her in.
$1,000.
1,000 feet stable. 2 whites, 2 reds. Mav UK, thank you for the follow. Autopilot is disengaged. I have control.
Arlander traffic, Speedbird 373 is established on the ILS for runway 26, currently 14 miles.
Just keep it nicely on the centre line and glide slope. Aircraft, to be fair, is doing it all itself, really.
500.
Just drifted slightly left. Let's get it back on. So 500 stable.
$100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
And spoilers. Reverse green. Decel. What is that? Oh! Reverse is off. Tap the toe brakes and vacate.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used.
Island traffic, runway
Please
26
make sure that you
vacated.
take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out
Oh
our
my
official
word.
Facebook page, Twitter or Easyjet app.
What's going on here? Yeah, this is Azobo's Arlander, which we've now landed at twice. Ah, welcome to Stockholm, guys. Plus 34 for the bounce. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. I would have put the fix on if I'd have known that that was indeed the case, because that was awful. Right, what gate do we want? We want gate 64, I think it is. How am I going to? Ah, welcome to Stockholm. The place of inevitable bumps. Check out the replay once we've got there as well. Oh, we've got loads of bumps. Right, what are we on? We're on Zulu November. We just want to follow Zulu all the way around, don't we? So I want to go, I want to go over there. Am I going to need extra power for this? Ah, Toga. Ready? There you go. We're up. Do we have to get down again? Do engineers now have to come and look at the aircraft? Doug, possibly. A bump in the taxiway is like a metaphor for life. They've done a very good job of clearing all the taxiways of snow and things then, haven't they? Probably could have done a single engine taxi in, there's no contamination of any sort. Multicat says there's an elevation fix on flightsim.to. Yeah, I wasn't aware there was a problem with it. We haven't been here for so long. So next time we'll know, won't we? Right, so what's the next one we're taking? We need to take Delta. So on Zulu, that's Zulu Fox. We're taking our second left. So yeah, I think for a default airport, handcrafted, it's not bad at all, is it? Not bad at all. Just needs to sort out the the bumps. Breno, hello. Alright, is it this left? This Delta? That's our terminal. Terminal 2. Hey Raven, good morning. We have had a safe flight. It was absolutely fine till we had to taxi. There we go. Taxiway Delta. We want stand 64. Now, will I be able to find stand 6-4 with the snow covering the taxiway markings? Let's have a look. Where are you? That's 57. Oh, 64 is going to be all the way around here, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Looks like they're waiting for us. Christopher's no surprise, Alpine uses Terminal 2, the worst of the airport. Well, you know, get what you pay for. Low cost carriers. Is this stand 64? Might be. Looks like we've got people waiting for us, so it could be this one. We'll use it anyway. Ah, no, it is. It's 64, look. These signs need to be further back off the main taxiway. Slow it down, see if we can get it where we need to. Job done. Alright guys, welcome to Stockholm. Looks like we're here, and we are well, okay, thank you for the sign telling us the information that we need. And brake. Chocks on. Okay guys, anybody fancy seeing the replay? Lilo, is this as old as our net? Yes, yes it is. Shame about the taxiways, quite right mix indeed. Right, so we're all taxied in, we're all good. Let us just check out a landing, shall we? In order to do that, I need to come off of this. I need to disconnect off VATSIM. So, big thank you to anyone who flew alongside us. Don't know what the touchdown rate was on the FPM monitors. We went down. Self-loading cargo goes for 170. That is nice. Happy with that. So we'll exit that and cue all of the alarms as I start the recording. There we go. Speed. Don't worry about that. Oh, lots of trees. Oh, well, I hope you've enjoyed our morning flight into Stockholm. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've been there. If I'd have known about those taxiway issues, then would have downloaded the fix. It's not a bad airport, really, is it? I mean, it's default. It's all happy and good. It works. It's nice. Get rid of those taxiway bumps, and it's absolutely fine. Yeah. Leo says he has issues with jetways when you use GSX. In what way, Lilo? Peter says didn't know that the default Stockholm had the video docking guidance system. It doesn't. GSX does. Christopher's 254 for the first landing. What about the second and the third? Yeah, I've got quite into now going through and doing some of the airports. That's why I want to stand 64. To be fair, I've done all of Terminal 2 here at Arlanda this morning. Makes things look good, doesn't it? I'm not doing the entire airport, just the stands that we'll use. I have to see what the touchdown is on the replay. Oh, I mean, I will take that one. Actually, no, I won't. That's just as bad. In fact, that's worse. That's worse. Can't do that. 11. That's rubbish. Oh, there's the bump. Right, let's just check out the view from the other side. Miggs, I saw that. Yeah, we managed to somehow dodge another bump on final. Imagine landing just on the bump. Bastian, does GSX add the video docking to all airports? It can do, yes. Yes, it can. By default, you'll get a marshaller. But if you don't want a marshal, if you want a video docking guidance system, you can just select that option instead. Yeah, that's the bump that we managed to avoid. 7 FPS. FPM, sorry. Yeah, that's rubbish. I think the first one was probably the most accurate. Right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning on our flight from Brussels. Not Brussels. Wasn't Brussels at all, was it? It was Berlin. Our flight from Berlin to Stockholm. Hope you've had a great morning with me on our flight today. A huge thanks to you guys who have donated. Miggs in particular, thank you so much for your very, very kind contributions. And for our Easyjet channel member gifts are from Dark Fury, from Nick, and from Migs as well. Huge thank you guys for that. Not sure when our next live is going to be. As I say, we've got the big one on Sunday, which I know you'll definitely not want to miss, because that is well, that's going to be in that's going to be an insane flight. Really looking forward to that. So Captain HMW, that is on Sunday. That is on Sunday, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Loads of giveaways, so many giveaways that yeah, we're definitely looking forward to. So I'm going to leave you with one final replay. Huge thanks, guys, to our Easyjet and Valley channel members as well for your continued support. I shall see you all on the next live and speak to you on our Discord server. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.
Too low, terrain. 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 Too low, terrain.
40, 30, 20, retard. 5,